Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the second round of the Australian Fitness Awards for 2020. My name is Chantal Broderick, and it's a pleasure to be your host for today's event. These awards recognise and celebrate some of the most outstanding fitness professionals in our industry. And today, we'll be announcing the Club Manager of the Year award, sponsored by Australasian Leisure Management. For everyone that is watching the event with us today, we would love you to share your support with all of our finalists. And you can do just that in two ways. If you're watching on Facebook, then go ahead and hit the love heart button right now and as often as you like, so that you show our finalists that you are cheering them on. Secondly, go ahead and share this live broadcast with all of your friends and family right now. We want to show everyone what an absolutely amazing industry we all work in, and that is a great way to do it. So go and share away. Now, I hope you are as excited as I am for today's virtual event, and we're going to be meeting our finalists very, very soon. But first, it's my pleasure to welcome to the virtual stage the CEO of Fitness Australia, Barry Elvish. Welcome, Barry.
Thanks very much, Chantal. And isn't it fantastic to be continuing the excitement and the tension and the, just building up of expectations that we started on Friday night. And I'd like to acknowledge all the 2,000 nominations we had for the awards this year, just a fantastic participation rate, and all of those nominations, of course, are winners. Before we do start, it's appropriate that I acknowledge the traditional landowners on whose land we are virtually connecting with today, and thank them for sharing this beautiful and wide country with us. I also acknowledge all of the elders past and present. And while I'm acknowledging people, it's appropriate that I also acknowledge our sponsors, because awards do not happen without sponsors. So I'd like to acknowledge Australasian Leisure Management, Guild Super, Les Mills Asia Pacific, Lorna Jane, NPE, One Music Australia, and our corporate partners, Guild Insurance and Com Marketing. This is the first year we've actually had a Club Manager Award, and we've expanded the awards generally in 2020, but this is our first year that we've announced a winner for the Club Manager. And it's really important to recognise Club Managers because they look after the staff, the clients, both new and existing clients, operational activities, and communications. And exercise professionals obviously need expertise in exercise. Club managers need that, but also some broader range of skills as well. They need knowledge of the industry. They need the interpersonal skills to be able to work with all those clients I mentioned before, some general management, some marketing, HR and finance. And ultimately, they are the glue that holds individual businesses together. So I guess they're sometimes the backroom boys and girls, but they are critically important. And so it's appropriate that we do recognise our club managers as being an integral part of our businesses. So thank you, Chantal, and back to you. And good luck to all of the nominees.
Thank you so much for that, Barry. It is now officially time to kick off proceedings for the Club Manager of the Year award, sponsored by Australasian Leisure Management. So just before we announce the finalists, I would like to welcome to the virtual stage Nigel Benton, the publisher and co-owner of Australasian Leisure Management, to say a few words. Welcome, Nigel, and over to you.
Good morning. I hope you can all hear me. Reporting on what we do, what is best about the fitness industry in Australia is at the core of what we do at Australasian Leisure Management. So to back Fitness Australia's Club Manager of the Year is just such a good fit. It feels entirely appropriate. As I hope everybody who's on here knows, what we do with Australasian Leisure Management is we publish a business-to-business magazine 6 times a year, which is mailed to people in the industry. And we have a website which we update with news every day, and is reaching more than 5 million people each month. You can go and check that website out and see what's current today in the industry by looking at www.ausleisure.com.au, and the Oz in Ausleisure is AUS, not OZ. As for what we cover the width of what the industry does well. Unfortunately, at the present time, we're reporting a lot of things about how the coronavirus is impacting the industry as a whole. But we're also looking at the green shoots of recovery and where people are being innovative, smart, clever in what they're doing to reach out to populations, and also on the reopening moves as well, which may hopefully happen over the coming weeks and months. And rather than me rattle on about it. Industry leaders say it's where they get their news about what's going on in the industry. So just check us out, please, and see what we do. In supporting this program, there's some extraordinary, talented, high-achieving club managers out there across the industry. A lot of them are our readers and are the people we aim to reach in reporting on what goes on. And I know Fitness Australia and its judging board had a very hard job in selecting the person who will be a very worthy winner of this award. I just want to add to what Barry said, congratulating all those who entered. And also to say well done to Fitness Australia for running the awards, but also during this challenging time of lockdown for the impactful work that they are doing in lobbying and representing this great industry. And a lot of that's been done behind the scenes, and people may not appreciate that, but the quietly working away with governments and with health organisations is paying rewards for the industry, and that will certainly show in the coming months. So Fitness Australia deserves all the support it can get in that regard. So yeah, reporting on this great industry is what we do. Fitness Australia represents this great industry, and the club manager of the year is somebody who is doing an extraordinary job. So can I pass you back to Chantal, and she'll make the appropriate lead-in announcements and interviews.
Thank you so much, Nigel, and I'll get you to stay around with me, and you can keep that camera on because very shortly we will be welcoming our finalists. So let me first tell you just a little bit more about this award, and Nigel touched on this briefly. Now, the Club Manager of the Year is awarded to someone who has been managing a fitness facility in Australia for at least 12 months, as of the 1st of July 2019, someone who demonstrates outstanding leadership and supports and engages their staff, who has built a sense of community and culture in their facility, and someone who can demonstrate their care and their interaction with the club members. So without further ado, I would now like to welcome to our virtual stage the 3 finalists for the Club Manager of the Year Award. Welcome to Amber Latta, welcome to Katrina Brody, and welcome Kristen Green. If you are all there, you can switch your cameras on. Let's take a look, make sure I can see you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you all. So if you just make sure that your cameras are on, that would be perfect. Now I can see you all. Fantastic. Welcome. So Amber, let's start off with you. Let's have a bit of a chat. I would love to know, first of all, where are you tuning in from today? And tell us a little bit about your club.
Good morning, Chantal. I am logging in from Belrose in New South Wales, Sydney. Absolutely adore my club after I transitioned over from the corporate world. So always been involved in fitness, and I absolutely love my club. We have a great sense of community in here, and it's just phenomenal.
Fantastic. Tell us, what's the name of your club, and tell us a little bit about the demographic that you work with.
Yeah, so I work at Anytime Fitness in Belrose, managing the club here on the Northern Beaches. In terms of the demographic of our club, so we've got those from 16 all the way through to those in their late 80s. So we've got a vast range of members here at the club that are here pre-COVID here regularly, and hopefully they will be back afterwards as well.
Absolutely. Amber, thank you so much, and congratulations on being a finalist. Katrina, over to you next. Tell us, whereabouts are you streaming live from today, and tell us a little bit about your club and your members.
Yeah, so thanks, Chantal. I'm streaming from my home here in Officer in Victoria. I am the club manager for Snap Fitness Waverley Gardens. So yeah, it's just an incredible club. We've got amazing members ranging from all walks of life. I've been there for 7 years now, helped open the club right through to now with COVID, dealing with all of that as well. So
dealing with all of that, I think everyone is at the moment. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you for that. And Kristen, over to you. Welcome along. Thank you for joining us today. Now, whereabouts are you joining us from, and tell us a little bit about your club?
Good morning, Chantal. Yeah, so I'm here at work in my office in Campbelltown, which is southwest Sydney. Our club is called Aquafit. It was founded some 16 years ago. We have about 4,300 square metres, so we're a full service facility with around about 70 staff. In terms of our demographic, the membership is quite broad, so we pride ourselves on really trying to be able to reach a whole range of different members, and particularly people that haven't been to a gym before. In fact, probably about 50% of our members are over the age of 45. So we really try to find an environment which is welcoming and make people feel welcome. And it's almost kind of like a family. We're very heavily entrenched within our local Macarthur community here. Very proud of the work that we do, and the team are an absolutely fabulous team.
Fantastic, Kristen. Thank you so much. And thank you and congratulations to all of you on being finalists for this award. So I think now that we know each of our finalists just a little bit better, it is time to announce the winners. So Nigel, I'm going to hand this over to you. Would you like to announce the winner for us?
Yes, that's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure. What a talented bunch of people to be recognising. But without further ado, among all this talent, innovation, hard work, the winner is the highly accomplished and very much respected Kristen Green. Oh, yeah, that's very good.
A huge congratulations to Kristen, and I'll get everyone to stay on mute for just a second while I tell you a little bit about today's winner, because Kristen Green was nominated by Michael Liberato. I hope I've got that correct, Michael. Now, Kristen has been the club manager of Aquafit Health and Fitness Wellbeing for 15 years. Her leadership embodies her passion for customer service, team engagement, excellence and professionalism, and a positive organisational culture. Kristen is the visionary behind Aquafit Health, Fitness and Wellbeing, which she founded for the Campbelltown Catholic Club in 2004. Kristen is an advocate for women in the fitness industry, currently serving as director of the Global Association Women in Fitness Association, or WIFA, and Kristen is a regular contributor to industry journals and magazines and an accomplished international speaker at industry conferences. Kristen's leadership was recognised internationally in 2018 as the first Australian recipient of the prestigious Ursa Women Leader Award. A huge congratulations, Kristen. Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. It's an absolute honour. It goes without saying. What I'd like to do is perhaps express my gratitude to a whole bunch of people who, without their help and support, first of all, the award wouldn't be possible, and I wouldn't have a team to lead. So first of all, to Nigel and the team at Australasian Leisure Management, thank you so much for your support. I have been a long-term fan of your work over many, many years. Very grateful for not only you sponsoring an event like this, but the work that you do within the industry. Certainly, if you want to know what's going on, you've got to get the email, because the news is there straight away. So I appreciate your support for me personally as well. To the Fitness Australia team, to be the recipient of this inaugural award is beyond recognition and understanding for me at the moment. I'm honestly shocked. Thank you. I know you guys are a terribly hardworking team. Having served on the board for a number of years, I know the hard work that goes on behind the scenes to put events together. Particularly at this time, I think, whilst we're going through this unprecedented hardship, I've personally seen the work that Barry and the team are doing in terms of, as Nigel mentioned earlier, about advocacy, supporting the industry, the fitness professionals and the business. And it goes without saying that obviously to put an event together like this in virtual, to be able to pivot so quickly is an incredible achievement. So thank you. That's wonderful. To the Aquafit team, well, without a team, this award really wouldn't be possible, because I wouldn't be able to lead anybody. I'm so grateful and blessed to have an incredible team that really share the same passion that I have for what we do every day, and that's making a difference in our members' lives. We're a small team. I have an incredible leadership team, and I'd like to say a special shout out to both Amber and Sandra for the incredible work that they are doing. The three of us are formidable three. We're working really hard behind the scenes now, getting ready for our reopening, but I feel so supported for what they do every day, the passion that we share, the enthusiasm and the drive that they have to make things possible. So a huge shout out to them. To all the other members of the Aquafit team, past and present, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to make a difference, and thank you for you making a difference to the Aquafit team and our community. To the Campbelltown Catholic Club, my employer, thank you for giving me a chance 16 years ago. It was a bit of a chance that you took on me to open up a new business, starting from scratch, to build a culture. I'll be forever grateful for the opportunity that I had to be able to build a business, to shape a culture, and to be part of the Macarthur community here. It's a huge and wonderful experience. I really appreciate the opportunity that I have to effectively run the Aquafit business like it's my own, to allow me to express my insights and my ability, and to work closely with the team is something which is an incredible opportunity for me. I'd also like to say a special thank you and gratitude to my life partner and husband, Wayne. I know he's watching. Thank you for your continued support. You've always been there for me, and particularly as a wonderful sounding board through my journey. Again, thank you very much. I'd like to also just say a huge congratulations to all the finalists today. Obviously, the awards like this, to have so many people apply and nominate is absolutely huge. But I'm extremely excited to see that all 3 finalists were women. And I just want to say congratulations, ladies, because obviously we're in an industry where there are far too few number of women in senior leadership positions. And the fact that you are finalists is incredible recognition for the work that you're doing in your clubs and in your communities. So well done. I'm very passionate, as Chantal said, about the role of women within the industry. And I'm also very grateful for women mentors who have made a difference. If I could say one thing, it's like, put your hand out and ask for help if you need. There are people there who will support you. The biggest opportunities that have come to me is from asking for help, and that help was ready available. So, you know, if you do need help, reach out and support, because I'm also very passionate about growing and supporting women within our industry. It's fair to say that an award like this is probably the culmination of 30 years of my career. I know that there's a lot of my team that aren't 30 years old, so it's quite funny in some ways to say that I've been in the industry that long. But I am really privileged to be able to see an industry transform itself, indeed now with the COVID challenge that we're going through, but to be able to see an industry change, reinvent itself. And really the biggest lovely thing that I love doing is to be able to make a difference every day. And really at the moment, strong leadership is what we really need. I'm a people person, and I suppose my leadership motto is that people don't really care how much you know until they know how much you care. I do try my very best to be a leader who is approachable, who is someone that is there, and I genuinely care deeply about all the members of my team. I don't pay lip service. I genuinely do care and want to make a difference in their lives personally and professionally. And I think one of the biggest traits, the biggest abilities that you can have is the ability to be a resilient leader, because times do get tough. We all know we go through challenging times, but the ability to get back up, dust yourself off and keep on going. I would say my resilience has been one of the things that steadied me very well over these last 30 years. And finally, I suppose as a general manager, I'd have to say that Aquafit is my proudest achievement. The team and the beautiful building and the facilities and our members is one of the greatest achievements. I'm very proud of the community achievements that Aquafit has had over the last 16 years. We pride ourselves around excellence and professionalism and customer service and being ingrained in our community. I'm proud to say that over the last 16 years, Aquafit's raised over $150,000 through our members and our team volunteering for the 24-hour fight against cancer. All the funds stay local and go towards cancer support and services within our area. We're also very proud to say that we've contributed over $75,000 to local schools within our area through our partners Technogym and partnering them through the Let's Move for a Better World campaign over several years. The ability to be able to give back to our community and to give that money and that equipment back through donation, through activity, through our members and team, and that support is a wonderful thing to be able to do. I'd just like to say that although there have been some challenging times, no doubt, over the many years as being a manager, and will continue to be so, I guess there's never really been a day where I haven't woken up and thought, I don't want to go to work today. Sure, there's a couple of days where you feel a little uneasy about things, but I'm super excited because every day is different. There's certainly no 2 days that will ever be the same. And in closing, I'd have to say that if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. Thank you again.
Congratulations again, Kristen, and so beautifully said. There you go. You've got a round of applause from Barry Elvish as well. So absolutely beautifully said, and it gave us a really good perspective on you as a person and you as a leader in your business. And a couple of the things that you touched on then, you mentioned a few of the community projects and fundraisers that you've been doing. Tell us, over the years, what do you feel the impact has been on your local community? And maybe you've got any stories or anecdotes of the true impact that those initiatives have had on people in your community.
Yeah, it's a really good question, and I see that Aquafit has two communities. We have an internal community and we have our external community. So they're both interrelated and they're both part of the culture that we have. So our internal community is obviously our team members, their families, and how we engage and interact at work. And then obviously being part of our bigger community here in the Macarthur area. They're both intertwined and they can't be separated. And, you know, we are very fortunate is that the culture of Aquafit is that our team members love to engage in activities and participate within the community. If you take something like the 24-hour fight against cancer, most of us at some stage would unfortunately know someone who has been touched by cancer. The funds, the fact that we are participating in these events and being able to literally fundraise this amount of money, an average of about 10 to 15,000 each year, that money goes towards providing services first here in Macarthur. So they're the little things in terms of palliative care support services. So the money that we're actually physically raising, we can see the benefits of that and where it's allocated very directly to our community here. There are a lot of other things that we, you know, as I mentioned, we do a lot of work with the baby boomers and a little bit of the our older members of our community, and we love being engaged with them. You know, life can be pretty lonely for some of these people, and we've been running our Living Stronger program now for the last 12 years. And we have an incredible attendance of members in that are, you know, we form part of their life. It's almost like we're their third place. They have their home, they have their family, and they have the gym. And so many of them are missing that right now. And we miss them, of course. But the ability to be able to work with these people, to bring them together, to have coffee afterwards, to exercise, but also provide a social outlet for some of these community-based programs are invaluable for the community, but also our members and our team to be involved in that.
Fantastic, Kristen, thank you. And one more question for you. I know that you are personally very passionate about professional development, ongoing education. You go to Philex and Ursa and all of the major events. And I know that's also important for your team. Tell us about the role of professional development for your team and how you actually make sure that they are always developing professionally in their roles.
You're 100% right. I'm a lifelong learner and I'm totally committed to forever learning. One of my key skills is that I am a learner and I'm also an achiever. So I'm absolutely passionate about wanting to learn. I have this incredible thirst for knowledge. And I think as a club manager, as we alluded to earlier, you do have to be across so many things, marketing and finance and what's happening in the industry. And that's of critical importance to me. It also comes back to the point that you know, people don't really care how much you know. So, I mean, by the same token, I'm not doing that because it's like to say I have a qualification. It's really about me learning and understanding the industry and being able to share that knowledge with my team. So by attending conferences, by presenting at conferences, by listening to webinars, you know, the Fitness Business Podcast and all of these incredible resources that are out there, we have the opportunity to really just be like a sponge and absorb all this knowledge. I'm finding it particularly useful at the moment, for example, with all these crises that we're going through. There's just so many incredible resources out there that we can absorb, that we can pick and choose what's relevant for us, and to be able to, you know, to implement some of these ideas and suggestions to, you know, to be ready for when we reopen up. But particularly for women, I would be passionate about saying that, you know, keep learning. It's part of you growing. Whatever it is you decide to do a TAFE course, do whatever it is, but keep learning. Don't stand still, because the minute you stand still, you're going to get run over. So to be remaining relevant and to be interesting and to keep learning, just, you know, embark on some professional development, keep upskilling yourselves in subtle ways. But it is so important to continue to grow and then to pass that knowledge and share that knowledge with your team and encourage them to do exactly the same through mentoring or sharing the resources as well.
So well said, Kristen, and I couldn't agree more. And I have a feeling you've got a whole lot of messages coming through, people saying congratulations. So I'm going to let you go and answer those messages, but just congratulations once again on this award. So thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations to all of our finalists that have joined us today. And Nigel, also a big congratulations, or big congratulations, a big thank you to you, Nigel, as the sponsor of the award today, and to Australasian Leisure Management, a big thank you as well. In addition, I would also like to say thank you to all of our award sponsors: Guild Super, Les Mills Asia Pacific, Lorna Jane, NPE, One Music Australia, and Guild Insurance. Without our sponsor support, these awards would not be possible. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors. Now, before we finish off today, a quick reminder to visit the Fitness Australia Keep On Moving website. Now, on that website, you can find great fitness providers, services to use, as well as free workouts by our partners and our members. All you need to do is go to keeponmoving.fitness.org.au. Now, also a quick reminder, this is only the second round of the awards celebration. So our next award will be presented this Thursday at 11 a.m. and that award is for the Fitness Business of the Year, sponsored by Guild Insurance. So make sure you tune back in right here at 11 a.m. this coming Thursday to meet our finalists and to hear the announcement of the winner. So on behalf of Fitness Australia, I wish you a fantastic day ahead. Congratulations again to our winner, Kristen Green. Enjoy your day, and we will see you Thursday for our next award. That concludes today's awards ceremony.